How much is Tyreek Hill getting paid? Dolphins WR contract details. Could this be wide receiver Tyreek Hill's last season with the Miami Dolphins? Hill originally signed his 4-year, $120 million contract extension with the Dolphins in 2022, on the same day the Kansas City Chiefs traded him to Miami. He signed a restructured version of the contract last year, and it includes a potential out for the Dolphins after 2025. After 2 excellent years in Miami to begin his Dolphins tenure, Hill's 2024 season was a disappointment. 1 year after nearly making a push for a 2,000-yard season with 1,799 yards and 13 touchdowns in 2023, Hill finished with fewer than 1,000 yards and had 6 touchdowns. That down year, along with Hill's outburst to end the 2024 season and his current contract setup, makes the 2025 season a significant one for both the wide receiver and his team. Another down year for him could mean Splitsville for the two sides. Here's what to know about Hill's current contract. Hill's recent contract restructure slightly tweaked the length and value of the contract to 3 years and $90 million, while keeping the same AAV. It also expanded the guarantees from $52.5 million to $54 million at signing. The guaranteed money, according to Spotrac, is a $7 million signing bonus plus his full compensation for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. In 2026, Hill is set to count as a nearly $52 million cap hit against the Dolphins' salary cap space. Miami could save $36.3 million in space by trading or cutting Hill before June 1st, eating $15.6 million in dead cap. In a post-June 1 move, the Dolphins would save $39.2 million in cap space and eat $12.7 million in dead cap. Tyreek Hill, one of the NFL's premier wide receivers, made a major splash in the offseason of 2022 when he was traded from the Kansas City Chiefs to the Miami Dolphins. His move to South Florida created waves not only because of his playing style and abilities, but also due to the massive contract that came with him. In this article, we'll break down Hill's contract details, the financial implications for the Miami Dolphins, and what his deal means for both the player and the team in the coming years. Tyreek Hill's historic contract with the Miami Dolphins. When Tyreek Hill joined the Miami Dolphins in March 2022, he did so after an eye-popping trade that sent a massive package of draft picks to Kansas City. Along with the trade, Hill agreed to a new contract with the Dolphins, a deal that made him one of the highest-paid wide receivers in NFL history. Contract breakdown. Tyreek Hill signed a 4-year, $120 million extension with the Miami Dolphins, making his deal one of the richest ever for a wide receiver. The deal is structured as follows. Total value, $120 million, with $72.2 million in guaranteed money. Average annual salary, $30 million. Signing bonus, $25 million. Base salary. Hill's base salary for 2022 was relatively modest at $1.5 million, but that number significantly increases in later years. Roster bonus. Hill receives a roster bonus of $10 million in 2023. The $72.2 million in guarantees includes a mix of injury guarantees and full guarantees, which is a key factor in determining the long-term security of a player's contract. This means that Hill is financially protected even if an injury were to keep him off the field for extended periods, a common practice in contracts for star players. What makes Hill's contract stand out? Top-tier money. The average salary of $30 million per year places Tyreek Hill among the highest-paid wide receivers, and he remains one of the highest-paid players at his position overall. Early payouts. Hill's $25 million signing bonus was a big deal, ensuring that he would be compensated up front. This is a strategic move, as it guarantees Hill's financial security while also showing Miami's commitment to bringing in one of the league's most dynamic players. Escalators and incentives. While Hill's base salary is considerable, he can earn even more through various performance-based incentives written into his contract. These incentives are often tied to both individual milestones, such as total receiving yards or touchdowns, and team success, like making the playoffs. Why the Dolphins made the investment. The decision to pay Hill this astronomical sum was not just a matter of bringing in a top-tier receiver. Miami's front office made a calculated move, understanding that adding Tyreek Hill to their roster would drastically improve their offensive capabilities. Elite speed and playmaking ability. Tyreek Hill, famously known as Cheetah, brings an unparalleled level of speed to the field. His ability to stretch defenses and create explosive plays makes him an instant game changer. Hill's speed doesn't just scare defenses, it opens up opportunities for the entire offense, including the running game and other wide receivers. Youth and durability. At the time of signing his contract, Hill was only 28 years old, which is still considered prime for a wide receiver. His relatively low number of injuries over the course of his career also meant that the Dolphins felt comfortable with the length and financial commitment of the deal. Tua Tagovailoa's development. Hill's arrival coincided with a crucial phase in quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's career. The Dolphins were eager to see whether Tua could be the long-term answer at quarterback, and pairing him with Hill provided a much-needed explosive target that would help Tua's development. Market and marketing. Miami was also banking on the business side of things. Hill is not only a star on the field, but also a big name off of it. His celebrity status, especially among fans of the Dolphins, is a major selling point for the team's marketing and brand-building efforts. Hill's presence boosts merchandise sales, game day attendance, and overall fan engagement. How Hill's deal affects the Dolphins' salary cap. While Hill's contract makes him one of the highest-paid players in the league, it is structured in a way that provides flexibility for the Dolphins to make future moves. This flexibility is crucial for a team that is in a competitive division with teams like the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots. The Dolphins have found a way to balance the large cap hit that Hill brings while continuing to build a competitive roster. In the first few years of his deal, Hill's cap hit remains relatively manageable compared to the average annual salary, allowing Miami to maintain financial flexibility. However, as the years go by, the team will have to navigate the cap space to ensure they can retain other key players while not jeopardizing their financial future. The impact on Hill's legacy. For Tyreek Hill, this contract is not just a financial windfall, it's an opportunity to further cement his legacy as one of the NFL's all-time greats. With this contract, Hill not only gets paid like one of the best in the game, but he also has the opportunity to reshape his career in a new environment with a new team. Hill had already made a name for himself with the Kansas City Chiefs, winning a Super Bowl and establishing himself as a consistent threat in one of the NFL's most potent offenses. However, his arrival in Miami could give him the chance to prove that he is capable of being the focal point of an offense, leading the Dolphins to long-term success.